Hello, and welcome to yoga. My name is Christiana. Today's practice is all about letting go on a deep level. When your anxiety has reached a point that you just can't take anymore, you're probably suffering from deep stress, which is no surprise considering the last few years we've all had. Let's start by lying on our back in Savasana. Begin to tap into the breath, close down the eyes. Besides practicing yoga, some other things you can do to support yourself in times of stress include getting 8 to 10 hours of quality sleep in a cool, quiet, dark room, eating plenty of fresh vegetables and whole grains, Epsom salt baths, aromatherapy, softly playing soothing music around the house, practicing deep breathing, meditation, journaling, or writing lists if your mind is overcrowded, and spending time in nature. If you have a willing and patient partner or an affectionate pet, just 15 minutes of snuggling increases oxytocin in the body, as well as inhibits cortisol, the stress hormone. The things you really want to stay away from that have been proven to stress out the body are caffeine, alcohol, sugar, social media scrolling, blue light, mainstream news outlets, and anyone who rubs you the wrong way. You don't have to put up with stressors. Your inner peace is non-negotiable. Repeat this with me 3 times. My inner peace is mine. It cannot be taken away. My peace is my birthright. My inner peace is mine. It cannot be taken away. My peace is my birthright. My inner peace is mine. It cannot be taken away. My peace is my birthright. Tap into the eternal you, the limitless spark that cannot be dimmed, and begin to deepen your breath. Legs straight, feet together, arms overhead. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and bend to the right side. Bring your feet to the right corner of your mat. Cross the left ankle over your right. Breathe into the left body opening. Exhale back to center. Stretch out the toes and the hands. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and bend to the left, opening up the right side body. Cross your right foot over your left ankle. Breathe. Come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest, either by grabbing the backs of your thighs or your knees. You can roll side to side. Draw a U on the ceiling with your knees. Or just bring your knees into your chest and push them out, rolling out the spine. Go ahead and flip yourself over into child's pose. Bring your big toes together and your knees as wide as the mat. Fold on down. Arms are straight out in front of you. Breathe into your lower back. Breathe into your belly. Let your belly go. Tint your fingers into spiders and walk them over off the right side of your mat. Put your left hand on top of your right and breathe into the left side body stretch. One more inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Spider walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Put your right hand on top of your left. Breathe into the right side body. One more inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center, and push yourself up into a tabletop position. We're going to go into cat-cow for 5 breaths here. Line up your wrist under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and make sure the first cat-cow is straight up and down. Then you can begin to explore the space in freestyle. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, look at the thighs. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more on your own. Bring it back to center. Inhale your right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through your right ear on the mat. Breathe for 3. Inhale, push into the mat with your left palm and bring your right arm back to the ceiling. Exhale, let it back down to the mat. Inhale the left arm to the ceiling, exhale, thread it through, left ear on the mat. Breathe here for 3. Inhale, push into the mat with your right palm and bring your left arm back to the ceiling. Exhale, let it down to the mat. Rest in child's pose for 3 breaths. Bring your hips to your heels, forehead on the mat. Come forward on your mat to lie flat on your belly. Bring your elbows directly underneath your shoulders, pushing your hands out in front of you, palms flat on the mat. Glance up with the eyes, but don't bend your neck. Energetically pull on the floor to bring your palms back to your chest. This should get some more opening in your shoulders and in the front of your chest. Chest openers are truly the key to de-stressing. Exhale, let it all down to the mat. Elbows out wide, stack your hands on top of each other, and let your forehead rest on the backs of your hands. This is called crocodile pose. 3 breaths here. Straighten out your right arm to the side. Bring your left palm under your left shoulder. Push into the mat to open up to the left, open up to the ceiling. You can kickstand your left leg behind you for added stability. Breathe here for 2. Exhale, unwind to center, elbows out, hands stacked on top of each other, forehead resting. Crocodile pose. Open your left arm straight, bring your right palm underneath your right shoulder, push into the mat, open up to the right, open up to the ceiling. You can use your right foot as a kickstand behind you. 2 breaths here. Exhale, unwind to center. Still on your belly, crisscross your arms in front of you, taking note of which arm is on top, and use your weight along with gravity to allow your forehead to be drawn to the floor. Do not push yourself. Observe as your shoulders release tension, all on their own. 1 minute in this pose, keep breathing. Very gently release yourself from this pose. Find your way back into crocodile with your other hand resting on top. Rest your forehead here. A few breaths. Crisscross your arms on the other side and allow yourself to be pulled towards the floor. 1 more minute here. Feel the opening across the back and notice how your inhales create more space. Start to unwind the arms and gently bring yourself back to center. We'll do 3 cobras here. Bring your palms under your shoulders, and on an inhale, visualize a marble on your nose, and leading with your nose, guide that marble up to the ceiling. Tighten your glutes, use your lower back to lift you. You shouldn't feel any pain here, and if you do, just back off a little bit. Exhale, head to the mat. Let's do it 2 times more. Inhale the marble up, tighten the glutes. Exhale, release. Inhale the marble up, hold, hover the hands and inch off the mat if you can. Exhale, release. Push up into tabletop, knees directly under hips. We're going into puppy pose. Walk your hands out in front of you and melt the chest to the mat. Forehead resting on the mat. If it's comfortable for you, you can bring your chin onto the mat. You can bring your palms to prayer and bend your elbows so that your hands rest on the nape of your neck. 3 more breaths here. Come up to sit on your heels. Tuck your toes, using your hands if needed. Rest your hands on your knees. Inhale into your collarbone, puff up your chest and look up. Exhale around the spine. Keep your awareness as much in your breath and spine as you can. There's a lot of sensation happening in your feet, but let's do 2 more. Inhale, look up. Exhale around the spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale around the spine. Untuck your toes, separate the ankles, and lean back to stretch out the tops of the feet. You can hold onto your knees or have your hands behind you for extra support. This is pretty intense here, so just breathe. Scooch off to the left side of your ankles and bring your left foot to your right knee and angle your right leg 90 degrees off of that. Inhale the crown of your head to the ceiling and gently twist to the left. You can place your hands wherever is comfortable. Even open up the left arm to the back. Exhale to center, repeat on the other side. If you opened up your left arm, follow the same movement on this side with your right. Exhale to center. Legs straight out in front of you, bending your knees as much as you'd like. Inhale your spine straight and fold any amount over your legs. Try to let your hamstrings go. Inhale back up to seated. Bring your arms directly out in front of you. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Bring your right knee into your chest and move it around the hip socket. Then let it fall over to your left. Right arm out to the right side, looking over the right shoulder. Breathe into the side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Switch legs, bringing the left to your chest and rolling it in the hip socket before bringing it to the right side of the mat. Straighten the left arm, look over the left shoulder, breathe here. Inhale back to center. Stretch the legs out to Savasana. You can have the arms in a cactus shape or straight alongside the body if that's more comfortable, palms facing up. We'll be here for 1 minute. Try to relax every muscle in your body. you find your mind wandering, bring your attention back to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Take a big, deep breath in. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle out your wrists and ankles. Then curl into a fetal position. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. Using your top hand, push yourself up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Bring your palms to the center of your chest in prayer, and we'll close together with an Om. Inhale, your chest fully expanded. Om. Thank you for unwinding together and sharing your practice with me. Namaste.